twisters appearing two at a time, blowing out windows, damaging homes, shredding trees, and now more storms heading south.
Ted Cruz, in an attempt to save his campaign, drafting Carly Fiorina as his running mate. Donald Trump mocking the move.
Cruz can't win. What's he doing picking vice president?
As Bernie Sanders lays off hundreds of his staff. Is the Trump-Clinton matchup set?
And overnight, birds fly into the nose of a plane, forcing the aircraft to turn around as lightning appears to blast this flight midair. Plus, an amazing escape. This pilot's plane going up in flames, how he managed to get out alive.
An ABC News exclusive. The leader of the Church of Scientology under attack from his own father, saying power has gone to his son's head.
He wasn't always that way. When he was a kid, I am telling you, he was a lovable kid.
Telling his story after leaving Scientology. The church hitting back hard. This morning, Leah Remini coming to his defense. It's only on GMA.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
And Good Morning America, happy Thursday. We like to call it Wedding Day here in Times Square. A lot of that coming up. And Robin is in Rome at the Vatican today. Look at Vatican City right there. What a gorgeous shot. And Robin is there for a very special event.
Buongiorno America. Yes, I am here, George, in the middle of moderating and participating in a history-making conference. It's something that's very near and dear to my heart. It's about stem cell research. Yep, doing that here at the Vatican. It could provide hope for millions, including one young girl whose story I cannot wait to share with you, and I will later this morning. But now back to you in New York, Amy and George.
All right, Robin, thank you. We know the Vatican is especially important for Robin. She was there just a few weeks before her own stem cell transplant, so yeah, nice to see her back.
Sure is, and a lot more on that coming up. But we're going to begin with that severe weather outbreak across the country. Heavy rains and strong winds, at least 17 tornadoes reported, damaging hail too. And this morning, more storms are heading south. Ginger here with the latest. Hey, Ginger.
Hey there, George. We are in the midst of the most active severe weather outbreak so far this year. Anywhere from Nebraska to Kentucky, even Central California, feeling it this morning.
Ah! Get us out of here!
Tornadoes spinning from California to Kentucky.
It's a tornado! It is! It's coming down fast!
In Stanislaus County, California, drivers rushing to avoid the whirlwind storms. In Iowa.
Wow, huge tornado.
That is a tornado on the ground right there.
Tornado on the ground.
The storms unleashing twisters, in some cases even two at a time.
There it is, right above us.
Recklessly slinging debris. This one rotating through central Illinois. Another hitting southeastern Nebraska.
Oh my God.
Swirling perilously close to homes.
That's a legit tornado.
In Omaha, hail smothering the roads.
Most of it golf ball size. Pretty difficult to even walk out here. It's like walking on roller skates.
And across the state line in Missouri, this explosive supercell churning out a tornado so fierce it blew out the windows of this church.
So for later today and this evening, this is what we have to look out for. That spring pattern, that positively tilted trough, a new low pressure system in northern Texas, parts of southwestern Oklahoma, just southwest Oklahoma City, have the potential for strong winds and hail. Could see an isolated tornado, but it looks like mostly damaging winds with this one. And then with that same storm that created all the issues, much of North Carolina going to see the severe weather again throughout today. So this is something to look for, not only that new storm in the west, but of course right here along the East Coast. I'll have so much more coming up in just a couple of minutes. George and Amy.
Thank you, Ginger.
Thank you, Ginger. And now to the race for the White House. Ted Cruz shaking up the race, naming former competitor Carly Fiorina as his running mate as both frontrunners, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, gain momentum. ABC's John Carl has the very latest in Washington now. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Amy. Well, Donald Trump has already declared himself the presumptive Republican nominee, but Ted Cruz is hoping his Hail Mary VP move can shake up the race.
It's a long shot move by Ted Cruz to try to save his campaign.
My friend and the next Vice President of the United States, Carly Fiorina.
Cruz is tapping Carly Fiorina as his vice presidential running mate, even though he's way behind and the primaries aren't even over.
I am prepared to stand by his side to defeat Donald Trump, to defeat Hillary Clinton.
As a presidential candidate, Fiorina aggressively battled with Trump.
I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
Since dropping out, she's campaigned a lot with Cruz and formed a bond with his family, even singing to his daughters.
I know two girls that I just adore. I'm so happy I can see them more.
But Donald Trump, ahead by more than 400 delegates, mocked the move.
He is the first presidential candidate in the history of this country who's mathematically eliminated from becoming president, who chose a vice presidential candidate, okay?
And after his Tuesday sweep of the Northeast, Trump is targeting the next battleground state.
I'm not playing games with Indiana.
Earlier in Washington, Trump showed his serious side, outlining his foreign policy agenda in a formal address.
America is going to be strong again. America is going to be reliable again.
Trump used his speech to outline a foreign policy vision that includes investing more in a stronger U.S. military, but also scaling back U.S. involvement around the world. It was a speech, George, that was highly critical of the foreign policy of both Barack Obama and George W. Bush.
Yes, it was. Okay, John Carl, thanks very much. Let's check in with our political analyst, Matthew Dowd. And Matthew, I take it you think about this Cruz-Fiorina move about the same way that Trump does.
Yeah, I think it's going to have zero effect. When you're at the end of a season, you're way behind, and you're on a very bad 6-game losing streak, adding a relief pitcher who flushed out of the majors earlier in the season by getting shelled isn't going to help you instill faith in your fans.
And Trump is staking such a strong claim now to the nomination with these votes he's been building up week after week.
Well, you take a look at where Donald Trump, the top 3 vote getters in history and in Republican history have been George W. Bush in 2000, Donald Trump second now, and Mitt Romney third. And so Donald Trump has a shot at winning more votes than any Republican nominee has ever won in the primary process by the end of this process. He has a huge lead, George.
Looks like we have a fall matchup.
Oh, yes, we do. I think the fat lady hasn't sung yet, but she's walking up the steps and she's getting ready to go on stage.
You're welcome for that setup. Matthew Dowd, thanks very much.
She's always good for that. All right. And now we move on to the multiple air scares overnight. A plane blasted by birds and another one appeared to be struck by lightning. ABC's David Curley has all the latest at Reagan National Airport. Good morning, David.
Morning, Amy. The first flight from Seattle to Dallas didn't last very long, and you can see why when you take a look at the plane. The nose cone is dented on the A321 jetliner. Trouble that came just after takeoff, and as the jet is climbing, the pilot radios in.
Looks like we hit some birds on takeoff. We're going to need to go back and have the airplane looked at.
American tells me it may have been 2 birds or more that jet actually hit. Now, the nose is made of a softer material because electronics are housed behind it, so they wanted to get it checked out. And take a look at this. And I want to show you some video that this is slow motion of a lightning strike over West London. The British Airlines jet flying through a storm to Heathrow. A passenger says they were shocked by the loud noise and the bright light. The jet did land safely and return to service. British Airlines says this is a common occurrence. That's true. But, Amy, that doesn't mean it isn't scary when you're in the plane and you get hit by lightning.
Goodness, glad everyone is okay. David Curley, thank you.
Okay, thanks, guys. We're going to move on now to a mumps outbreak at Harvard University. 41 cases of the virus have been confirmed, even though many of those affected were vaccinated. ABC's Lindsay Davis is in Boston with the latest. And, Lindsay, this really has the campus on edge.
Yes, good morning, George. Students here on campus are telling us that they are being extra cautious, no longer sharing food and drinks. College campuses are the perfect storm for outbreaks like this because the students are in such close contact. The number of mumps cases at Harvard University this morning is now up to 41. 11 of those students are currently in self-isolation. Harvard Health Services Director Paul Barrera says, "I'm more concerned now than I was during any time of the outbreak."
I have a lot of friends who've actually had it, but I'm just really thankful not to have had it yet.
The first case was reported 2 months ago. All the students affected had been immunized against mumps. According to the CDC, even after 2 doses of the vaccine, 12% of people are still at risk for contracting the virus. Mumps is spread in crowded environments by droplets of saliva from coughing, sneezing, shared eating utensils, and kissing. Symptoms include puffy cheeks or jaws, fever, headache, muscle ache, and fatigue.
We've heard it's very contagious, and there's a lot of people around us that have it, so we're a little scared.
It's shown up on 4 nearby campuses in the Boston area, another 53 cases at 2 universities in Indiana, and several cases in California. Harvard's graduation is just 4 weeks away. Students who are sick are being advised not to attend. Mumps can be serious, but most people tend to make a full recovery in just a few weeks. Amy?
All right, Lindsay, thanks so much. And we have ABC News Chief Health and Medical Editor Dr. Richard Besser here. And we just heard Lindsay say most people make a full recovery, but there is concern for adults who contract mumps.
That's
yes?
right. That's right. Most people who get it, it's a typical viral illness with fever, body aches, fatigue, and that telltale sign of mumps, the swelling of the face. But if you get it after puberty, there's a risk for some rare complications. They can include inflammation of the testes and ovaries, hearing loss, which sometimes can be permanent, and even inflammation of the brain.
All right, and in terms of how this virus is spreading and who it may spread to, who is most at risk?
Well, it's prolonged direct contact. So people who are sharing a room with someone with mumps, they're at risk from sharing utensils and cups and from kissing. In the greater community, they tend not to see spread, but it's a good time for people to remember that 2 doses of the measles, mumps, rubella vaccine will really decrease the chances that you're going to ever get mumps.
All right, vaccinations do help. All right, Dr. Besser, thanks so much. We appreciate it. George?
Thanks, Amy. We have new information now on Prince's death. Law enforcement sources have told ABC News that prescription drugs were found with his body, raising questions about whether they were responsible for his death. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is on the scene at Paisley Park. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, George. Still so many questions this morning. It will be weeks before we know an official cause of death for Prince. This as his family moves forward trying to split up his estate amongst his 6 living siblings.
This morning, new details about what investigators found inside Prince's home after his death. Law enforcement sources telling ABC News prescription drugs were found in his possession and at his home. The Carver County Sheriff's Department now reaching out to the DEA in the event those drugs are later determined to be the cause of the singer's death. Friends and family say it's no secret he took pain medication for hip pain. After decades of dancing, partying like it's 1999, they say playing it up big for the crowd took its toll on his body. Sheila E. telling GMA the day after his death that Prince lived his life in pain.
If you can imagine all these years jumping off risers in those shoes and the heels and what it's done to his body, you know, it's like any athlete.
Prince's toxicology report will still take weeks to complete. Meanwhile, Prince's only full sister is moving forward in court after verifying that her brother didn't have a will. A judge now appointing a Minneapolis company to temporarily oversee Prince's estimated $300+ million estate. The move gives Bremer Trust, who previously worked with Prince, authority to manage and supervise the star's assets as well as determine his heirs.
And his family is expected in court next week as they continue to try to settle his estate. Amy?
All right, Eva, thank you so much. And now to an incredible escape from a burning plane. It was all caught on a security camera. The pilot of a twin-engine Cessna crawling out of the fiery wreck after crashing it into a tree, escaping just in time. ABC's Steve Osinsami has all the details now from Atlanta. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, Amy. This morning, the FAA is investigating, but even the pilot is now saying something went wrong before takeoff.
A plane crash caught on camera at the Little Bitty Towing Company near Mobile, Alabama.
I had a plane crash on North Hickory Street.
A security camera was rolling when this twin-engine Cessna came crashing into nearby trees.
And there's a guy trying to get out.
I heard a big boom, looked out, I thought a tornado hit. And then I seen a plane in the tree.
The people in the office were in a panic, running back and forth from the burning plane, watching it spill fuel and worried it might explode. Then suddenly the fire grew.
I thought, oh, the poor dude's gone, man.
Just when you thought no one could possibly survive, they pushed through the smoke and come back with pilot Russell Smith.
I was in a hurry to get out. Oh, hell's breaking loose. It happened so quick, I didn't have time to think.
He had just taken off from a nearby airport, and crews there who watched say he barely cleared a fence and clipped a tree line at the end of the runway. They saw fuel pouring from the plane before it crashed. This is what's left of the plane, charred hunks of metal twisted around this tree. Smith refused medical treatment. His only injuries were small burns on his hands from the burning hot door of the plane.
I thought it was all over with.
All of this happened in minutes. Authorities say that if the pilot knew something was wrong, that he shouldn't have left the runway. Michael?
All right, thank you, Steve. That's very scary, actually. Now let's go back to Rome, where Robin's there at the Vatican, moderating and participating in a conference about the stem cell research that could potentially save lives. Hey, Robin, tell us about this conference you're at right now.
Well, buongiorno, Michele. Good morning, Michael, from here at the Vatican
morning.
City. And it's really, I knew that you couldn't resist. It has been something else being here at the Vatican talking about stem cell research. And I'm so honored to be asked to share my story. And with my sister, Sally Ann, my big sister, Sally Ann, many of you are aware that she was my bone marrow donor back in 2012. She is here along with one of my doctors from Memorial Sloan Kettering back in New York, Dr. Sergio Giralt. And so we were just sharing everything that we have gone through in this journey. And people are very excited. Tomorrow, Vice President Joe Biden will be addressing this conference. You know about his moonshot initiative. And of course, we're also going to have an audience with the Pope. But it's really been remarkable, the strides that are being made and the real advances that we are seeing in these medical advancements.
Robin, you're so calm with all that commotion behind you.
That was a remarkable outshot.
Well, you know, after you've been through what I've been through, so you know, what's a little, little chaos.
And we all do remember you were at the Vatican just 2 weeks before your stem cell transplant.
Right.
It must be so moving to be back.
Many of you there, George, Lara, Amy, Michael, you guys remember. You remember so incredibly well. And it was just weeks before I was going to have the transplant. And I came here to the Vatican and said a prayer that I would be able to have the strength to face whatever it is, whatever the outcome was going to be. And this whole conference, guys, which really is very interesting, it's that balance between science and faith, how science interfaces with faith and vice versa. And I have to say, and you know this, when I said to you all, hey, I'm going to the Vatican and we're talking about stem cell research and advances, and you're like, the Vatican and stem cells.
Amazing.
Pope Francis, Pope Francis. And you know, we're talking about immunotherapy, and Lara, I know you have a friend who's been going through that. And so these are the types of advances that we are seeing that are making a true difference. And I can't wait to share more with you throughout the morning.
It sounds fascinating. We can't wait either, but thank you, Robin. Now we got to go Ginger quickly. It is not feeling like spring here.
No, spring and storms stuck under that warm front. We are north of that warm front, anywhere from Caribou at 23 this morning, Detroit 44, 45, State College, Pennsylvania. So the chill is on and the rain is on its way. Let's get to those warm cities now, brought to you by Macy's.
It's Macy's Friends and Family Sale, just in time for Mother's Day. Save on dresses for her, just $59.99 to $79.99. Take 35 to 55% off select fine jewelry. Save 30% on sleepwear from Charter Club, Jenny, and more. Take 40% off Gianni Bernini crossbodies, totes, and more bag-in-a-bag styles. And save 40% on all Charter Club Damask 500 thread count sheet sets. During Macy's Friends and Family Sale, take an extra 25% off your favorite brands. Plus, get free shipping at Macys.com.
Good morning, Washington. Rain will continue off and on over the next couple of days, and we're going to stay cloudy and quite cool. When it's not raining, it's going to be kind of misty and drizzly even at times. Temperatures will stay in the 50s today and tonight, ranging between about 45 and 50 degrees. Showers will be few and far between tonight, but they're going to be back for tomorrow as highs get up near the 60-degree mark. Our best chance at a dry day is going to be Saturday, but I think rain will return Saturday night and into your Sunday.
That next storm we're tracking already bringing hail to central California. You can see the hail falling. This is close to Sacramento, California. So always fascinating to see the severe weather hitting from California.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, and it's coming down hard. Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. Coming up here, an ABC News exclusive. Scientology's leader under attack. His own father calls him ruthless in a new book, and he's speaking out only on GMA this morning.
And caught on camera, a terrifying moment on a roller coaster. A 6-year-old seatbelt breaking mid-ride, his father desperately holding on to him. Now he is opening up about that scare and his outrage at how the park reacted.
And we've got a huge